Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Melody Beatty. Hello and welcome to this practice for cultivating gratitude. We'll do some meditation and some yoga. So just starting in a comfortable seat. It might be more comfortable for you to bring a pillow or stack some blankets underneath your sit bones just to lift your hips a little. If this is not comfortable, you can always bring yourself into an actual chair or lying down. Just finding yourself calmly seated. Feel your sit bones grounding into the earth. Soften your shoulders. And just begin to notice your breath. Just notice the qualities of your breath. If it's comfortable, you might begin to deepen your breath and perhaps close your eyes if you feel safe doing so. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can always soften your gaze towards the earth, which will also help to keep you simply grounded in this present moment. As you sit nice and tall, giving the spine space, aligning the spine, you can soften your shoulders and soften your face. And just begin to notice the sensations in your body. Feeling your body touching the earth. Feeling any tightness or tension in your body. As you just ground yourself here into this moment, releasing the to-do lists, the hamster wheel of the mind, letting go of your thoughts, just reminding yourself right here that all of those thoughts will be there for you when this practice is over. You can always come back to them later. Just allowing yourself to really participate for you. You've taken this time out to come into this practice, so really allowing yourself to be in this practice. Coming back to the sensations of your breath. And really just finding some gratitude for your breath, for the ability to breathe, for the air, the clean air available to you as you breathe it in and breathe it out. We'll begin with a little bit of a breath practice. So just inhaling deep into your belly, fill the belly, feel the little low ribs in the chest, fill up. And then sigh it out, let it go. Again, inhale, fill the belly, ribs, chest, and release. One more time like that. Inhale, fill your belly, ribs, chest, and let go. Now we will begin to practice suspending the breath and holding the breath, retaining the breath. So we'll actually begin by retaining it. So we're going to inhale to fill up, fill your belly, fill your ribs and chest, maybe even all the way up to the crown of your head. Engage your bandhas, so lift your pelvic floor and your belly button in and up, and then drop your chin to your chest. Hold your breath here. Holding your breath here until it's really uncomfortable. Keep holding it. You've got this. And release. Again, inhale, fill up, expand. Hold the breath. Engage the bandhas. Lift your pelvic floor, your belly in and up. Drop your chin. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Release. One more time we'll do that. Inhale, fill up. Belly, ribs, chest, all the way up. Engage the bandhas, those locks to hug the energy in. Pelvic floor and belly. Drop your chin to your chest. Soften your shoulders. Hold your breath in. For 5. One more breath. Release. Here in this practice, we really notice perhaps some discomfort as we retain that breath. But as we are finally able to release, there's maybe this just sense of gratitude that comes in. So grateful for that moment where we can finally let go. So we're going to practice that the other way. And so we'll inhale to fill up. And then you're going to exhale completely. So blow it all out. And then holding the breath out for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Take another deep breath. Inhale, fill up. And release completely. Blow it out till there's nothing else to blow out, and we'll hold it here for 10. 5, 2, 1. Inhale and release. One more time. Inhale, fill up completely. And release it all. Blowing it out until you can't anymore. And hold it for 10. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And let go. So grateful for that final inhale. So happy to once again be able to breathe back into the body. just these simple things that we take for granted every day can help us to really realize how much we do have to be grateful for. So coming here, again, grounding through the sit bones, feel the spine get nice and long and tall, and just allow your breath to be natural again. And soften your gaze or close your eyes as you begin to just contemplate the things that you are grateful for. So perhaps it's this incredible body that does so much for you, like breathing, digesting, moving, holding you up, supporting you throughout this life. Perhaps you're grateful for someone close to you, someone who's done so much for you. Perhaps you're simply grateful for the two eyes able to see. So many simple things that are so incredibly amazing to be grateful for. You might be grateful for an opportunity that you had, either recently or even a long time ago. It could be a special place. Whatever it is, bringing what you're grateful for into mind right here in this moment. Just focusing in on what it is you're grateful for. And allowing that sensation of gratitude to really just expand throughout your body. What does gratitude feel like when we focus on what we're grateful for? How does that feel? Bringing that in here. Breathing it in. And then as it feels okay, maybe you circle the arms, gathering all of this gratitude, bringing your palms together, and then hugging your thumbs down to your heart as you bring all of this gratitude into your heart, keeping it in, breathing it in. And then bringing someone or something into your mind that you would like to send positive energy, good vibes to. So just thinking of that person. Filling up, inhale. And as you exhale, sending good vibes out. Again, inhale, fill up, feel your gratitude. And exhale, send good vibes out. One more time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, send it out. So good. We take this time to really sit with our gratitude and cultivate more of it, as gratitude is a power force for positive change in our lives. The other thing we do is we attempt to share. So we recognize that we can't keep what we have without giving it away. So we share what we have with others around us. So we cultivate that gratitude and then we share it with those we're grateful for. So thank you for joining me in that short practice. Remembering that at any point in your day, maybe it's when you first wake up or just before you go to bed, you sit and just maybe try to come up with 3 things that you're grateful for. They can be the most simple things, or they can be expansive, incredible, unimaginable things. So whatever they are for you, whatever just resonates in that moment for you, cultivating gratitude is really such a powerful practice for creating some really big changes in our lives. So as you're ready, we'll begin to come into an actual yoga practice. So we're going to move on the mat. If you have perhaps a towel or a strap, a necktie can work, or a belt. It might be helpful for you at some point in the practice. But just an option, it's not necessary. So as you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself to child's pose. So we'll come onto the knees, bring the big toes together. The knees could stay close, or maybe they walk out wide towards the edges of your mat. You can send your hips back to your heels, walk your belly down to your thighs, or maybe even between the thighs, and then walking your arms out in front of you. Bringing your forehead to the mat. If that's just not possible or is not comfortable, you can always bend your elbows. Bring your palms together, just stacking the elbows under the shoulders here, and dropping your head, perhaps even resting it on your wrists. So just finding the variation of your child's pose as you just take a few moments to come back into your body, to ground into the space. We're going to do some heart opening today, and this should really help open you up even more to cultivate gratitude and love in your heart, body, mind, soul. So just breathing here in this space. Noticing how the body feels. Perhaps you walk the fingertips out a little bit longer, feeling the side bodies lengthen. Take one more inhale. Maybe you lift your gaze. If your elbows are bent, go ahead and walk your arms out long. And on an exhale, we'll walk the hands around to the right. So soften your right elbow and reach through your left fingertips. Send your left hip back towards your left heel. Stretch through your left side body. Breathe in, expand. Fill the left lung with breath. Exhale, sink into that side body stretch. One more deep inhale, fill up. And let go. Inhale, bring your gaze up, press into the earth as you walk around to the other side. Soften your left elbow, use that forearm for support as you reach through the right fingertips. And send your right hip back towards your right heel. Stretching out your right side body, filling up. Fill that lung, and as you exhale, just sinking into your stretch. Breathing in and out through your nose. And allowing this breath to be deep into the belly. Take one more deep inhale and exhale right here. Let it go. Inhale, lengthen, walk it back around to center. Child's pose. Pull yourself up to tabletop. Stack your wrists under your shoulders. Bring your knees under your hips. Make sure your fingers are spread wide on the mat, not as wide as possible, but still apart from one another. Feeling the joints where your fingers meet your palm, especially that pointer finger rooting into the earth. And then notice where the pinky finger comes to meet the palm rooted into the earth. the heel of your palm just about where the wrist connects, pressing it into the earth. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Engage through the pelvic floor, lift it in and up. Pull your belly button in towards the spine and up, like you're gonna pull your belly button behind the rib cage. Soften your shoulders down your back. Reach tailbone and crown of the head away from one another. Root down into the earth. Breathing here. Keep the core nice and engaged. We're gonna bend this, keep this right knee bent, but lift it up off the earth. See if you can bring it out to the side. Flex your toes. Breath in, breath out. Maybe that left arm reaches out to the left. For 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, release the left hand, the right knee, come back to the mat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose. Exhale, round and tuck the spine for cat. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. 1 more time with your breath. Articulating your spine, opening the heart, front and back. Coming back to center, back to that nice, strong, neutral spine, strong core. Shoulders relax down, crown of the head and tailbone reach away from one another. Engaging once again your bandha, so lifting pelvic floor, belly in and up. And then as you're ready, we'll root down into the earth. We're gonna lift this left knee, flex the left toes, bring it out to the side. Holding here. Staying right where you are, or maybe you could lift that right arm, reach it out to the right for 3, 2, 1 more, inhale. Exhale, release it back down. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose as you inhale. Exhale, round and tuck. Feel the shoulder blades separate. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 1 more time, moving with your breath. And come to sit on your heels, if that feels okay. Soften your shoulders down your back. And again, lifting through the pelvic floor and the belly. Finding that nice flat back, long spine. Shoulders soften. Face softens. Sitting here. We'll bring this right hand by the right heel and reach the left arm across the mat. Keep the right hand on the right heel. Engage through the core to rise to stand over your knees. Open the heart. Reach up and back with the left fingertip. As you exhale, send your hips back towards your heels. Engage through the core as you reach the left hand towards the left heel, the right arm across the mat, and inhale to rise up. Exhale, swinging around, right hand to right foot. Left arm sweeps around and up. Exhale, hips towards heels, left hand to left heel. Right arm sweeps around. Inhale, reach it up, open the heart. Exhale around, other side. Our dancing camel pose. Inhaling to open up. Exhale around to the other side. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, engage through the core, reach around. Inhale, lift up, open. Exhale around, other side, left hand to left heel. Right arm sweeps around and up, open the heart. Exhale around, 1 more time each side. Inhale, open up. Exhale around. Inhale, open up. And exhale, coming all the way back down. Bring your big toes together, your knees wide. We're gonna come back to that child's pose. Reach the arms out and bring the palms together. Walk your elbows towards your temples. Rotate your biceps up to point up towards the sky and your triceps to point down. Bring your palms together and your thumbs come to the back of your neck. You might walk your elbows forward towards the crown of your head. Stretching out your shoulders and the back of the heart. One more deep breath in here. And let it go. Reach the fingertips forward, lift your gaze, and then just crawl yourself all the way out onto your belly. So coming onto your belly on your mat, heels behind the hips, stack your palms, elbows wide, forehead rests on the back of your hands. Just surrendering here to the earth beneath you. Perhaps coming back to your gratitude. What are you grateful for? Perhaps you're grateful for this practice, or maybe perhaps you're grateful that there will be an end to this practice. Either way, just finding gratitude. Resting here. And as you're ready, we'll bend the right knee, bring it out to the right. We want the hip or the knee directly out from the hip and the heel directly down from the knee. Flex your toes and just inch that right knee out, bringing your inner thigh down towards the earth. You can keep your head rested here for now. Breath in, breath out. As you inhale, go ahead and lift your gaze, and we'll goalpost the arms. So bending the elbows, elbows directly out from the shoulders, wrists directly above the elbows. The gaze can be towards the right, left cheek resting on the earth. If you want to bring this into a twist in your neck, you can bring your gaze around to the left. You'll get a little more of a stretch, but only do this if it feels okay for your neck. So listening to your body, bringing either the right or left cheek down onto the earth, and just breathing here. Half frog pose. Stretching out your inner right thigh. The top of the left foot is grounded into the earth. The inner right thigh is sinking, surrendering to the earth beneath it, melting down. Take one more deep breath in here and let it go. Bring your gaze back to center. Walk your hands back under your elbows. So lift your elbows and tint your fingers like there's muffins under the palms. Press down through the top of the left foot. Inhale to lift your gaze. Keep the shoulders soft down the back. Don't just crunch them up. Soften them down the back. Open the heart. Exhale, slowly release down. Inhale, roll up, lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Taking these little cobra roll-ups. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, release down. This can be such a wonderful pose for releasing your SI joint, your sacroiliac joint, which is where the sciatic nerve comes through. Sometimes we sit so much and we create such tension. This can just be a wonderful way to bring you into traction and help release that nerve and find some space in that joint. Bringing the gaze back to the right. Left elbow stays goal posted. Left elbow directly out from the shoulder. Go ahead and walk your right hand towards the chest. Press into it. Begin to pull the right side body up and over the left. Maybe you reach back with the right toes. You might come to the earth, or maybe they just hang out. Stretching into that left shoulder. Pull your right shoulder back in space. Keep the heart nice and open here. One more deep inhale. Exhale slowly and gently, coming back to the belly. Right leg meets the left, legs long, palms stacked, forehead rests. You might wiggle your hips here. Maybe you bring your big toes together, heels wide, like you're creating the base of a box with your feet. It might help release the low back. Resting. And just noticing what you feel. Bring the tops of the feet back down, soles of the feet back up to the sky. Toes behind the heels. Maybe you lift your gaze. We'll bring the left knee out to the side. Left knee directly out from the hip. Heel directly down from the knee. Flex the left toes. Inching your knee out to bring your inner thigh down towards the earth. Keep your right leg, your right hip, right side body grounded here. Whole belly rooted into the earth, just melting down. You can bring your head back to rest on your hands. As you're ready, maybe you lift the gaze and goal post your arms. So elbows out from the shoulders, wrists above elbows, palms down. Your gaze can be towards the left, right cheek resting on the earth. Or maybe you lift your gaze up and around and gaze to the right if that feels okay in the neck. Bringing a deeper stretch into your neck. Take another deep breath. Inhale fully. And exhale fully. Lift your gaze up. Bring it to center. We'll walk the hands back. Lift the elbows. Stacking elbows over wrist. And tint the fingers, the palms once again. Press through the top of the right foot. Inhale to roll up. Cobra roll-ups on the other side. Getting the other side of the sacroiliac joint. Exhale to slowly release it down. Inhale to roll it up. Exhale to release it down. One more time. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, slowly and gently release. Bring your right arm back to goal post. Elbow directly out from the shoulder, wrist above the elbow. Bring your gaze to the left as the left hand comes towards the heart. Press the left hand into the earth as you roll up. Left side stacks over right. Reach back with the left toes. Pull the left shoulder back in space. Stacking it. Keeping the heart nice and open. Stretching out your right shoulder and remembering that you are in control of this. Not doing anything that's not right for your body. Breathing through discomfort, but we don't go into pain. We come out of anything that causes pain. Always being mindful. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath here. And slowly and gently roll back onto the belly. This time when you stack the palms, lift your heels and allow them to just windshield wiper side to side. And as you're done, slowly releasing the legs all the way down. As you're ready, we'll bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under. We're going to come up to a plank pose on the knees. So pressing into the earth, lift up, plank pose on the knees. Lengthen the spine, soften the shoulders down the back. The heart's still open here. And then if it feels okay, we can lift the knees and come into full plank. Breath in, hold it. One more inhale. Exhale, press the earth away as you lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Soften your knees in this pose, lift your hips, and press your heart and belly back towards your thighs. Breath in. Exhale. One more breath here. Soften knees and elbows, look forward, prepare. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, press your hands into your thighs. Really engage through the core here. Pulling that belly button in and up, pelvic floor lifted, spine nice and long, shoulders down the back, away from the ears, reaching tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Breath in, breath out. Feel the feet grounded as you exhale, bowing down, belly to thighs. Soften your knees as much as you need to here. Drop your head, relax your neck, your face, your shoulders. Keeping your belly connected to your thighs here. Go ahead and see if maybe the hips lift a little higher. This might not be anything anyone can see, but maybe you can feel that shift, that deeper stretch. Breath in, breath out. Root down through your feet, soften your knees, tuck your chin to your chest, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Keep your chin tucked down. One vertebrae at a time. When the shoulders come over, the hips, relax them down, and then begin to lift your gaze. Reach the arms out and up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Coming back to gratitude here. So good. Coming back to whatever it was that you brought in at the beginning of our practice today. What is it you're grateful for? Come back to that. Breathing gratitude back into the body. Soften your breath. Soften your heart. Quiet the mind. And then as you're ready, we'll begin to sit the hips back and down. We're going to come into a chair pose. You can keep your hands at your heart here. We're really making sure we keep that hip to rib connection. So really engaging through the core. We don't want to drop out through the belly and just stick the booty out. So we really hug everything into the center line. Keep the core nice and strong. Your hands can stay at your heart, or maybe you reach the arms up. engaging all the way through the fingertips. Pull the arms back in line with the ears. Soften the shoulders down the back. As you notice the pinkies come together, that helps the heart to stay open. Sit low. Breath in. Breath out. Take one more inhale. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand back, left arm forward. And maybe the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, right hand to the hip. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist. Breath in. Breath out. Come back to center. Reach the arms back to center. Maybe they come to heart. And then exhale, left hand behind you, right hand forward. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand to the hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist as you sit a little deeper. Try to keep the knees in line. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, chair pose. Reach up. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your hands down, step it back to plank pose. On your toes or on your knees, your choice. Breath in. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Knees, thighs, pelvis come down. Inhale, find that cobra pose. Lifting the heart. Exhale, over knees and toes, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Step your right foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop your back knee down. Uncurl the toes. Root down through the right foot, the left shin, the top of the left foot. Hug your hips together. Lift through the pelvic floor as you rise up. And make sure that your left hip is forward of your left knee. We don't want it stacked directly above it. Shift it forward. Hug your right hip back. That might help hug the left hip forward a little bit. Lift up, hug into the center. Reach up. And then exhale, goalpost the arms, open the heart. Circle them down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goalpost the arms, open the heart. Circle them around. Inhale up. Exhale, goalpost them. Open up, circle. One more time, inhale. Exhale, goalpost the arms. And release the hands down on either side of the right foot. We're going to walk it back, straighten out your right leg. Bring your hips back towards that left heel. Flex your right toes towards your shin. Root down into the earth with the right heel and hug from your right heel into your hip socket. Pulling the toes towards the shin, feeling this right hamstring, the back of this right thigh. Wake up. Keep the spine nice and long, and you can hinge forward from your hips, or maybe you stay seated upright. That's okay too. If you can't bring your hips all the way back to your heels, you could be lifted up a little higher like so. That's okay too. We just still keep this right foot nice and active, heel rooted, hugging everything in towards that hip socket, waking up this right hamstring. But wherever you are, breathing in it. Use your hands for support. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Walking yourself forward, bring both hands inside of the right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Dragon pose. Sink the hips towards the earth. Notice your shoulders if they come up by the ears. Relax them down the back. We keep the shoulders nice and active, but relaxed away from the ears. Giving that neck space. We're not creating tension there, but we're rooting through the hands just like in that plank pose. Feeling this left quad stretch out here. Take another breath. Maybe you drop the back knee down and uncurl the toes. You could roll this right foot onto the outside edge and maybe even bring your right hand to the inside of the right thigh. Twisting open, maybe gazing over the right shoulder. Really making sure your left hand's nice and grounded, supporting you. You could stay right here. Some of you might be able to find a deeper quad stretch and hug the left heel towards the glute and reach back with the right hand. Just an option. Nothing wrong with staying right here. If you have that bind, go ahead and let it go. We'll all come back to center. Plant the hands down. Bring that right knee back to meet the left. We're in tabletop, but let's send the hips back towards the heels. Find a nice little child's pose. Inhale, come up, cow pose. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. As you're ready, we're gonna step the left foot forward. If you need to, take your time, bring it up there. Lengthen the spine. We'll drop the back knee down. Uncurl the toes. Rooting through the left foot and the top of the right foot. Hugging the hips in line. Lifting from the pelvic floor, the belly. We can reach up. And again, making sure this right hip is forward of the right knee. And the left knee doesn't go forward of the left ankle. Hugging the hips in line. Lifting up through the pelvic floor, through the belly. Soften your shoulders, reach up. And exhale, goal post the arms. Release the hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goal post the arms. Open your heart. Release the hands down. Inhale up. Exhale, goal post. Sweep them around. Last time, inhale. Exhale, goal post. Sweep the hands down to the earth. We're going to straighten out this left leg as we send the hips back towards the heel. Flex your left toes. Root down through the left heel and hug from that left heel into the hip socket. Feel that engagement all the way into the core even. Soften your shoulders down the back and maybe you hinge forward from the hips. So this isn't around the spine. It's really just hinging right from your hips. Bowing. Staying here, remembering that it might be, you might have the hips still lifted. We keep that left leg nice and straight. Keep the toes flexed back. Nice long spine. Yoga blocks can be wonderful here under the hands. Blocks are such a wonderful way to help bring the earth up to you. Can really help us find our true alignment. Breathing into your hamstring, just feel that nice deep stretch. Breath in, breath out. Take one more deep inhale here and let it go. Walk the hands back forward, bring both hands inside of the left foot. Send the hips forward. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Plant the hands down just like in that plank, so strong. Nice broad chest as the shoulders soften down the back. Heart opens. So strong. Feeling that right quad stretch out. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, maybe you bring that back knee back down, uncurl the toes. Really rooting into your right hand. You can roll to the outside of the left foot, bring the left hand to the left thigh, take a nice twist. Heart nice and open here, and also opening your hip here. That left hip opening nice and deep. You're in control of that, so if you need to bring the sole of the foot back down, you can always do that. If you have the space to hug the heel towards the glute and reach back for the bind, still an option. If you have that bind, go ahead and release it. Take a breath here. Exhale, bring your hands back to the earth. Left knee comes back to meet the right. Send it back, round the spine all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the chest, find your cow pose. Exhale, round, come to cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Engaging through the core, lengthen the spine, and keep the hips over the knees. We're going to walk the hands forward. Maybe bringing the forehead down to the mat. Keep the core nice and strong here. This is going to open up the back of the heart, the shoulders. Hugging that belly button in, pelvic floor and belly button. If you have more space, you could bring the gaze forward and that drops the chin and the chest down. But remember, this opening is through the thoracic spine. So we're opening through the middle and upper back, not the low back. So really keep that hip to rib connection wherever you are. Take one more deep breath in here. And exhale, we'll shift forward, come into the forearms, bring the belly all the way down. Elbows under shoulders, wrists in front of elbows, palms pressed down. Walk your legs together, press the tops of the feet into the earth, root through the fingers as you pull your heart through your shoulders, lift the gaze, lengthen even through the neck. Finding length. Gaze can come all the way to the sky. For 3. Sphinx pose. 2. Press through the tops of the feet. Inhale, one more breath. Pull the heart through. Open, open, open. And exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, roll right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Bring your elbows wide. Rest your forehead on the back of your hands. And maybe your heels lift and take that nice little windshield wiper from earlier. Coming back to center, release the feet down. Bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, press yourself up. Plank on your knees. Maybe you lift your knees, full plank, and everybody makes it to downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Soften knees and elbows, look forward, and exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Crawl, step, or float, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Root down, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Come back to gratitude, back to your intention. Now we're going to step the right foot back. We'll bring the toes to point towards opposite corners of the mat, facing the long edge of your mat. We're going to soften the knees to stack over the ankles. We want the knees and toes really in the same direction. So we're coming down into a squat. Lift through the pelvic floor and the belly. You might drop your tailbone down. Soften the shoulders, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, goal post the arms. Breath in. Sit low in your squat. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. You might even open the heart here, take up space. And then exhale, goalpost the arms, come back to your squat. Find that engagement through the core. Inhale, rise up, open. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, squat. Inhale, 5-pointed star. We're going to bring the right toes to point towards the back of the mat. The left toes point towards the long edge of the mat. Reach forward, hug your right hip into the hip socket. Press the left hip back. Extend through the torso, both side bodies nice and long. And then tick-tock the arms like a clock. Right hand down, left arm up. Lengthen, crown of the head away from the tailbone. So strong. Breath in, pull the left shoulder, rib cage, waist and hip back in space. Stack it up and over the right. Again, inhale, link through your torso. Exhale. Look down at your big toe, soften your right knee. Rise up, warrior two. Sit low, drop your left hand to your left thigh. Right arm reaches straight up. Reaching out of this right hip, feel the right side body get long. And then straighten out the right leg. Bring the toes inward. Open the heart. So the toes are really pointing in front of the heels or maybe even slightly pigeon-toed. Open your heart up and we'll bow forward. Nice wide-legged forward fold. Allow the weight to come forward towards the balls of your feet. Feel that stretch a little deeper into your hamstrings. Drop your head, neck, shoulders. Soften. You might even take some deep sighs out the mouth to let go of anything you're still holding on to here. Take another deep breath. Inhale fully. And exhale fully. Inhale, lengthen to the fingertips. Exhale, bow. Bring your heels in, toes out. Sit low, and we're gonna circle the arms out and up to the sky. Bring them together. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, circle down. Squat it low. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, stand straight up. Exhale, squat low. Last time, inhale, come up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, rise up. Find that 5-pointed star, arms wide, open up. Legs nice and straight. And then we'll bring the right toes to the long edge of the mat. Left toes point towards the front of the mat. We're going to inhale, hug the left hip into the hip socket. Shifting that right hip back. Finding this hinge from your hips. Keeping a nice long torso. Reach through the arms, find length. And then tick-tock the arms like a clock. Left hand down, right arm up. And do yourself a favor, don't press your hand into your shin. That's pressure that we don't want to put in the knee. We've got this nice straight left leg. We want to make sure that we keep a nice soft bend in that left knee. Little micro bend keeps it from locking out and allows blood and energy to flow. Inhale, pull the right shoulder, rib cage, waist, right hip back in space. Stack it over the left. Inhale. Exhale. So strong here. One more deep breath in. Find length. Inhale. Exhale, look down at your big toe. Soften the knee, stack it over the ankle. Rise up for warrior two. Sitting low in your lunge. Soften your shoulders. And then release, right hand to right thigh, left arm reaches straight up to the sky, reaching out of that left hip. Feel the left side body get long. And release it down. We'll bring the toes once again in front of the heels. I told you might need a towel or a strap or belt. Now is where we're going to use that. So a scarf would be wonderful. We can find a bind behind the back. So some of you might be able to interlace your fingers behind your back, and that might be good. Opening the shoulders there. But the strap's going to give you a little more space. So just bringing your hands to that strap, opening the heart, really engaging still through the pelvic floor and belly, strong through the core. Open the heart and bow forward. Bowing here for another 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. If you still have that bind, go ahead and release it. Release your strap or towel, whatever you use. Nice forward fold. And then as you inhale, lengthen. Find length in the spine, fingertips to the earth. We're going to exhale, plant the left hand down, left shoulder over the wrist. Inhale, pull the right arm to the sky. Nice twist. Exhale, switch. We'll bring the right hand down. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And twist. Bring your gaze down to the earth. We're going to point the left toes forward. Shifting, use your right hand to help you. We're going to kick the right foot forward to meet the left. Bring your sit bones down to the earth. Lift the heels, boat pose. Flex your toes, lift your heart. Engage through the core, so strong for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, exhale, release. Bring the soles of your feet together. Knees wide, butterfly pose. Your sacrum is nice and tucked under here in this pose, so go ahead and allow the spine to round forward. Drop your chin to your chest and just release, let go. Our work here is really done. Coming back towards stillness on your mat as you calm your breath, calm your heart, calm your mind. Take one more breath in here. Let it go. Maybe even releasing just slightly deeper. And then inhale, stack it up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time, keep your chin tucked to your chest. Once the shoulders come over the hips, soften them down the back, and then inhale the gaze back up. So good. We're gonna bring the hands under the knees, help the knees back up to the sky. Bringing the feet towards the top of the mat. The hips towards the heels will slowly lower down all the way to the back. Adjusting your shoulders how you need to. Heels towards the glutes, knees to the sky. Hands by the hips, root down into the earth. Really engaging through the core. Lift hips, belly, and chest for bridge pose. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you rock side to side. And then release the knees all the way to the right. Reach that left arm up to the sky. And then follow the fingertips with your gaze all the way down behind you. Opening into a twist. Your right hand might rest on the outside of your left knee. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, soften one breath deeper. Maybe even release that right arm out to T, to the left. Inhale your gaze back up to the sky. And as you exhale, engage the core to hug the knees back up through center and then all the way over to the other side. Left hand might come to the outside of the right knee. Gaze follows the right fingertips out to the right. Opening up, breathing. Take one more deep inhale, fill up here. Let it go. Inhale your gaze back to the sky. You can release that left hand and hug the knees back into the chest. Maybe you hug the knees in, squeeze nose to knees, knees to nose. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, release it down. Shavasana pose. Finding any adjustments that you need to just really allow yourself to be still here on your mat. We're going to do really kind of a quick body scan to thank the body and just cultivate gratitude throughout. But before we begin that, take a deep breath in as you fill up and sigh it out, let it go. Deep breath, inhale, fill up, and let go. One more time, inhale, and release. Bringing your awareness to the very crown of your head, the back of your head, your entire skull. Thanking it for the work that it does. Bringing your awareness to your forehead, your eyebrows and your eyelids, your eyeballs. Thanking your eyes. For helping you see. Releasing your awareness down to your nose as you thank your nose for helping you to smell. Thanking your cheeks, your ears. Thanking your ears for helping you to hear. Your lips, teeth, tongue, your whole mouth, helping you to speak, to eat, to breathe. Your jaw, your chin, thanking each part of you. You come into your throat, your neck, for holding your head up and allowing the flow of breath and food, blood. Your shoulders, your arms, hands and fingers. For all the things they do for you. Lifting, grabbing, touching, hugging, holding. Continuing to breathe as you fill your chest up, thanking your lungs, your heart, And reminding them that this work is done and they can relax. Bringing your awareness and gratitude into your solar plex and belly. And then bringing your awareness and gratitude to your back and your spine. Holding you up, supporting your body. Releasing your awareness and gratitude into your hips and glutes, pelvis, for connecting your legs to your body, for giving you someplace to sit. Bringing that awareness and gratitude down into your hips, thighs, knees, shins and calves, ankles, feet, toes. So grateful for the ability to walk given to you by these legs. All of the work that they do. Thanking your whole body for working together, for being there for you all the time. Filled up with gratitude from head to toe. Breathing in. Breathing out. You might wiggle your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Eventually inhaling to reach arms overhead. Walk your toes towards one another as you point them away from the body. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hug your knees back into your chest. Just thanking yourself once again. Maybe thanking yourself for trying this practice today. And then rolling over to your favorite side, resting your head on your arm, and just taking a moment to notice how you feel. As you're ready, slowly helping yourself up to a nice, grounded seat. Feel yourself seated comfortably. Soften your shoulders. Feel the spine stack. Feel the gratitude flowing through your body. Gratitude, this incredible power force for positive change. As you're ready, inhale, circle your arms out and up. Gather all of this gratitude, this beautiful energy moved in this practice. And as you exhale, pull your thumbs to your third eye, bringing wisdom and gratitude to your thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your lips as you bring truth and gratitude to your words. Lower your thumbs to your heart as you bring love and gratitude to your heart. The light in me humbly bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that you found it to help you cultivate gratitude into your practice and just into your day, your body, your life.